Aiden, so I met Aiden actually through my sister, lived in the town where Aiden grew up, and she told me about this young man and I think he has 3 older brothers and a sister, but she met the family, I think at like the Little League field. She told me that I was working at Whitensville in the time, which was the next town over, that she had met this young man. He was a really hard worker. He was only 16 years old, or 15, and I should talk to him about working on the golf course. So ended up talking to him. I hired him at 15 years old, and his mother used to drop him off at work each day. And he was one of the hardest workers at 15 years old. And even at that time, I remember I had a small crew, probably in the summer, maybe 10 people working for me, but they were all older than Aiden. And at that time, I remember the way he carried himself. He had confidence. You could tell he was a younger brother in a family where he had to fight for his meals. Yeah, met him back then. Some of the guys back then would actually, I don't know if they were jealous or they weren't used to a young individual like that kind of being so confident. So I could see it right away. He was going to be successful. And I, moved on from that job, went down to Cape Cod for a few years, and second year here, was looking for talent. And I reached back out to Aiden. He was an assistant in the Worcester area at Green Hill, and had him meet Andrew, Adam, Anthony, crushed the interview, and since then has climbed the ladder to lead assistant. He's awesome. Brad is reliable as they come. Grew up working family farm. His dad is a farmer that I think they have 150 head of cattle, and his father does it all himself at the moment. Brad grew up in that environment. Big piece of land that his family owns. They actually built a golf course, I believe in the 90s, right on the same piece of property that the cattle farm is. So he works from sun up till sundown, and that's normal for him. But again, he started for me down at the Wiano Club as an intern, and he stayed there 1 year after I left as assistant, and then came up here and joined the team in 2019. A lot of growth. Smart, very smart, forward thinking, humble, and again, he's like Aiden, that it doesn't matter what you ask him to do. Shovel a pile of dirt, clean a trench, cut cups, jump on a sprayer. It's just okay, and gets the job done. Never even flinches at what you ask him to do, and does a great job at it. Josh, Mr. Tucker, calls me Mr. Dave. Yeah, he joined us, Josh, my first year or second year? Came up and from down south, worked at some bigger clubs, Pine Valley. Very familiar with southern grasses, but wanted to get some northern experience, and came up for 2 years, a year and a half. Went back down to Georgia as a lead assistant at a big club down there, and he called us back actually during COVID and said he wanted to rejoin our team. He missed the culture. It was always, he had the US Open in front of him. He likes tournament golf. So to get him back was a huge win for us. We were very excited. We were in need at the time. And I always say Josh's turf acumen is better than most. He's really in tune with, at a young age, he's really in tune with what good superintendents are in tune with. They don't need to watch the weather, they feel it. They know what's going to happen, they can almost predict it. And Josh is really good at that. So in the heat of the battle, he really shines. That's you can tell that's what he enjoys doing. you.